Hey there folks, and welcome back to Medieval Engineers. Today we're going to be taking a look at something from the workshop, as most of you can tell from looking at it already. Yes, this is Helm's Deep from the Lord of the Rings The Two Towers book, or movie, if you so prefer. And the creators of this have done a fantastic job of recreating it. And we're going to take a look at it. So, the Hornburg was actually created by Gondor back a long time ago in the lore of Lord of the Rings, and then eventually Rohan took it over and it became a base for the Rohirrim, and then eventually the last stand of the Rohirrim, where they defeat the armies of Isengard. Well, sort of. And yeah, this is a very nicely done little wall right here. It has some cool little angled blocks there to hold up the parapets and the towers, and they actually did a really good job with the ramps, all things considered, because they really don't have much to work with as far as curved blocks go, and well, they did a decent job at it. And the doors themselves, they're just on hinges, and they're the regular wooden blocks. Something interesting about the wooden blocks is that, at least I've found, they're almost as strong as, say, the stone. Yep, we broke some of the stone, but nope, it didn't. Well, it broke it a little bit, but yeah, stuff's pretty strong. Anyhow, let's take a look. And over here is, you know, not the beard, but that's the secret entrance or secret escape right here on this side. We also have some spiral staircases. This leads out to the wall. The spiral staircases go to the top. They lead to, well, we'll continue going up, or not going up. This is inside of the wall itself. And if we wanted to go on the wall, whoops, we can. There's an area for the wall up there. In fact, let me just use my fly mode. Here we go. And this is what it looks like on top of the wall. These are just for looks. They really don't do anything. Well, I suppose you can rotate this and you can, you know, throw rocks down on people. And break your castle. Good job, me. I can't wait until they add multiplayer so you can actually do like a siege like this. Granted, they really have to work on their multiplayer to be able to get a lot of people in engine, but alright, and this is just, you know, your top wall. We can head on down, not gonna hurt ourselves. This brings us out to the main wall out here. You have your another parapet right here for viewing. That particular staircase leads all the way up and back, and it goes up top on these walls over here. And to get to the actual Hornburg itself, you actually have to go inside the castle, which we will do. And we can go up here, go on the walls. That's how you get to these walls, instead of, you know, flying. And then this brings you to the inner keep, as well as this particular area will bring you to the inner keep. So here we are inside the inner keep, and this is just where we were. And here is the actual castle itself, and this statue really does look like something that was made by Gondor or something. It has that very inspired artwork from Lord of the Rings. At least that's what it looks like. And here we go. Great firing locations for archers. But we're all going to obviously have to destroy this. I mean, that's the whole point of playing this game right now. I mean, it's just creative mode. You can build things and destroy things. That's about it. Until, obviously, survival mode comes in. And here's the castle itself. It's pretty cool. You got wooden doors for it. You have the throne room and the throne itself. You have some tables and, you know, some doodads over there. And we have the entrance to the Glittering Caves, which is where the civilians were hiding during the action sequence during Lord of the Rings when the Helm's Deep fortress was under attack. Obviously, this hasn't been worked on much. It just looks like somebody took a tool to it and emptied it of stone, but it looks alright. I suppose there's probably no ores in the game yet. It's probably just stone and dirt. But that's alright. And now to show you the Hornburg itself, I have to go up these stairs here. And gotta give major props to the person who made this. They did a great job with it. And here we are looking out the front of the castle. And then this will lead to a staircase that will go all the way up to the top. And from there we can, well, we'll have some fun with it. I can guarantee that my computer will hate me very, very much when I do this, and I'll probably get some low frame rates. And speaking of which, if you haven't gotten this game and you do not have a good computer or a good CPU, you might want to consider waiting on getting this game until they update and refine the physics engine, because right now it is incredibly CPU intensive. Right now I have a quad core that has 4 gigahertz per core, and it still struggles when I'm, well, you'll see. And it's not graphics intensive. I can run this game at 4K easily, and it has nothing to do with the graphics. It has everything to do with the physics, and there are a lot of computations that need to be done, which is why it takes so long, and there is a little bit of a lag spike when we shoot things. As you can see, the frame rate drops a little bit, or the physics simulation slows down. My frame rate is actually a solid 60 frames per second right now, which is kind of strange, but there you go. You can see everything just falling to pieces. One thing you can do if you do have a slow computer, you can turn down the number of individual physics particles. I think I have it set at 150 right now for me, just for the sake of the video, but you can set it down even lower, just like you can in Space Engineers for particles that are, you know, debris and whatnot. So they do give you options to help speed up the gameplay if you don't have a great computer, but right now that's kind of what you have to deal with. And despite the fact that this game could use some work, it has actually contributed greatly to the success of Space Engineers, because the whole entire infinite worlds and randomly generating terrain or randomly generating asteroids have been a direct result of work that was put into making Medieval Engineers, and it was transported over to Space Engineers. So that's actually a really nice thing that they've done, is they're kind of something that benefits one game, they're putting it in the other game too, to benefit both. Oh wow, this is just brutally slow as far as the physics engine goes. But I got to admit, this is one of the few games that actually has like realistic physics when you destroy things. I mean, 7 Days to Die is alright. I mean, sure, you can collapse buildings and stuff, but not nearly to the extent that you can here, and it's not nearly as realistic. There are very few games, even the Frostbite engine in Battlefield, which you can completely destroy pretty much everything. It's not quite as realistic as this when it comes to structural integrity. And I say that as the thing is just precariously perched by just a couple of blocks right here. However, if I destroy these blocks that are attached to this, it's all going to come crashing down. Probably. Yep, there it goes. There goes a significant portion of it. Looks like it's just going to be that wall. Oh, God. Physics simulation is slowing down quite a bit until those particles disappear. But yeah, pretty cool. I got to give props to the person who made this. They did a very good job. It reminds me very much of the... If you've ever played Left 4 Dead 2 or Left 4 Dead, there is a Left 4 Dead map of Helm's Deep that looks almost exactly like this, and you can tell that they did a very, very good job modeling it, and it looks very similar. We'll just shoot a couple more cannonballs or catapult balls, and Then we'll call it an episode, I suppose. Next episode, we're going to be taking a look at dynamic objects. We're going to be taking a look at trebuchets and catapults, so you can look forward to that, I suppose. And I'll see if I can do something about maybe cutting down the physics processing time or something, maybe using less particles if that'll help, or seeing what I can do with the processes on my computer to give my CPU a little bit more of a performance bump when doing this, because I know right now it's kind of brutal watching these things fall in slow motion, but there's nothing I can do about that short of getting a... Oh god, the whole thing's falling. No wonder it's taking so long. There's nothing I really can do about that short of getting a workstation computer that you would get for working on AutoCAD or something like that has like a 6-core processor that has meant for servers and whatnot, but unfortunately, those computers are literally like $3,000 to $4,000 if you want one, and I simply do not have that kind of money. Anyhow, I think we have sufficiently destroyed the Hornburg, except for this. This is bugging me. It's just kind of hovering. Not for long. Well, I say that, and clearly this part is bugged out because it is clearly hovering. Oh god. Oh, one thing I forgot to show you is, yep, there's the side of the castle. That's the actual castle itself. And we can walk up this staircase once this simulation stops. Oh god. I'll show you where that particular area leads so I can give you a full in-depth review of this. So we're on the wall over here, and this just brings you out over here to the inner keep that we absolutely destroyed. That's bugging me. Okay, so that's the... Okay, nope, now it falls. Oh god. So, as we successfully destroy the Hornburg, I think we can call it an episode. So tune in next time. We're going to take a look at dynamic objects. We're going to take a look at trebuchets, catapults, that sort of thing. So that'll be it for this episode. Thank you folks for watching, and I will see you folks next time.